So here's how I built a $25 million a year real estate business without cold leads using what I call the referral flywheel. I turned my network into a stream of high trust clients year after year, all while turning down deals I don't want, referring business out to my team, traveling freely, working on my terms, and choosing exactly who I work with. I'm Andre Gutierrez, and every year for the past decade, I've been able to generate $25 million or more in real estate sales volume. Before, I was constantly chasing leads with nothing to show for it. I spent a ton of money chasing cold leads, farming, hoping something would stick. But the results were dismal. There were no appointments, no traction. It was exhausting. It was extremely disheartening. I felt like giving up more times than I can count. Now, everything's changed. I've gotten intentional. I've started real conversations, asking for referrals, and I begin each day focused on who and what I can actually impact. My business has grown steadily. My average sales price is way up, and my clients come to me for everything. I'm no longer surviving. I'm thriving, and I'm doing it all on my own terms. So who this is really for? Real estate agents doing around $3 to $8 million in sales volume per year and feel like you're really just sprinting to stay in place. Or if you've hit a wall, if your closings are inconsistent, if your systems are scattered and nothing feels sustainable. Or if you're doing too much alone, no real mentorship, no one in your corner pushing you higher to get better each day. Or if you're tired of pretending your brokerage support is fine when really we know it's non existent. If you want a business that runs on referrals and relationships and not cold leads and chaos. If you're craving a predictable pipeline, not just this wild roller coaster of feast or famine closings. If you're great with clients, but the back end of your business is a total mess, there's no systems or no structure. Or if you're carrying debt, postponing vacations and sacrificing weekends just to make everything work. Or if you just don't want more deals, but you want more freedom, more control, and more life. So conversations over cold calls are key. Let's face it, most agents are stuck on a marketing hamster wheel, chasing cold leads, burning money on ads, and constantly worrying where the next deal will come from. They're told just follow up harder or buy better leads or grind it out on social media. And when that doesn't work, they start to question if they're cut out for this industry. But the problem isn't their effort. The problem is the model that they've been taught. The old model treats every client like a one and done transaction. Close the deal, cash the check, move on. Agents are trained to focus on getting new leads, not building long-term relationships with the people they've already helped. And that is the fatal flaw. But it's not your fault. The real estate industry glorifies cold outreach, paid ads, and vanity metrics, but it ignores the simple truth. Your database is your business. The average agent closes a deal, maybe they send a just sold postcard, and then they disappear. But here's the thing. Every client that you've ever helped knows at least 5 people who's going to buy or sell real estate in the next 12 months, and that's at a minimum. If you're not staying in touch, you're leaving tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table every single year. The most scalable system that nobody talks about is one that we've perfected it. There is a better way, one that doesn't require cold calls, ads, or chasing internet strangers. A way to build a high trust, high conversion pipeline that grows year after year without working more hours or burning out. It's called the referral flywheel. And it works because it's based on a core truth. If you spend the majority of your time having real conversations with your network, you'll generate as much referral business as you want. That's it. And we don't mean casual check-ins. We mean a systematic approach to activating your database using 3 key actions, which we'll dive into much more depth shortly here. If you do this consistently and you create a self-sustaining flywheel where every deal will create at least 3 more. That's how I built a $25 million plus year real estate sales volume business while turning down clients I didn't want, traveling where I wanted, and working with people that I truly enjoyed working with. Backed by giants and industry pros. In the book Endless Referrals, legendary sales trainer Bob Berg says, all things being equal, people will do business with and refer business to those they know, like, and trust. And here's the key. That trust does not end at the closing table. It actually really begins there. Think about that. The most scalable way to grow your real estate business is already sitting in your phone contacts, past transactions, and social circles. You just need the system to activate it. The secret that most top producers don't tell you is that relationships are over transactions. The real business isn't in the next lead, it's in the last client you closed and the ripple effect that comes from staying in their orbit. With the referral flywheel, you don't chase, you attract. You don't hope for referrals, you engineer them. And the best part, it compounds over time. The more you give, the more you get. And that momentum becomes your freedom. So if you ever feel like you're doing all the right things, but it's still not breaking through, it's not your fault. You were just never shown the right sequence. If you spend the majority of your time having intentional conversations with your database, you'll never worry about leads again. Once you see your network as the flywheel that fuels your business, not just past clients, but future opportunity centers, everything changes. I started off as a solo agent, doing what I could to stay afloat, mostly working rentals. At the time, selling homes felt so out of reach. I hosted open house after open house, hoping it would lead to something bigger, but no one ever followed up. No one ever called me back. It was so disheartening. I felt invisible, like I was putting in tons of effort and not gaining any traction or having anything really to show for it. That's when I made a decision. If I wanted to grow, I was going to learn from those who were already succeeding. I began shadowing top producers, watching how they moved, how they communicated, how they handled objections. And at the same time, I became relentlessly consistent with making my calls. It wasn't glamorous at all, but slowly, things actually started to shift. Today, people ask me real questions. I started to understand the process and now I fully comprehend it, not just on paper, but how it actually works in real time. But the real transformation didn't happen from any script or system. It happens when the client saw that I genuinely cared and that I listened, that I asked the right questions. I didn't listen to respond, I listened to understand. I wasn't trying to close them on anything. I genuinely and truly wanted to make sure they knew that I was there as a resource to be able to help them. Today, my business looks completely different. My clients call me for everything before they buy, before they sell, before they even renovate. There's this built in trust from the moment that we meet. And the best part is, I no longer feel like I'm competing for business. I've become their go to resource, not even just their real estate agent, but their real estate trusted advisor. I've been able to create freedom in so many areas of my life for myself and my family. So now that you understand why the old model of cold leads and constant chasing is broken and how the referral flywheel flips that on its head, the next question is, how do you actually build it? How do you create a business that runs on trust and not tactics, where every client becomes your marketing engine and where your calendar fills up with referrals from people who already want to work with you? It comes down to three simple but extremely powerful steps. Each one is designed to activate your network, stay top of mind without being salesy, and engineer referrals in a way that feels organic, but it produces exponential results. And we'll break them down here. So the first step is the connection calls. This is the lead domino. Most agents avoid their database completely or only reach out when they need something or if they're just feeling like they should make contact, usually out of guilt. They get caught up in cold leads or spending hours crafting the perfect Instagram post or editing the right reel, while the people most likely to refer them never hear from them again. Worse, when they do call, it's kind of awkward and transactional and kind of forced. Like, hey, just checking in. You know anyone who's buying or selling? The result will get you ghosted like that, forgotten and ignored. But the referral flywheel is the fix. Connection calls that convert are about building momentum through genuine, timely, and intentional outreach. You're not calling to pitch. You're calling to check in, reconnect, truly see how they're doing, and if and when appropriate, you ask for the business. It's not about volume. It's about consistency, clarity, and care. When you reach out the right way to the right people at the right time, referrals literally are inevitable. You have to segment your database. You have to prioritize your top clients, referral partners, warm connections, and people in your sphere who already like and trust you. And then you set up a weekly calling rhythm. Aim for 5 to 10 connection care calls per week at a minimum. Remember, these aren't sales calls. They are how are you calls with a purpose. Use a simple script and don't stick to the script so much. Keep it light, personal, value driven. If they need market insight or they need resources, give it to them. Or simply ask when it's right if they know anyone that they would refer, that they know who's making a move, and that you would love to be an option to be able to serve them. And then you follow up with intention. If somebody does give you a referral opportunity, set a reminder to follow up. Make sure that you thank the person who gave you the referral as well, because momentum will die without follow through. Here's an example of connection calls in action. You log it into your database and you make sure that you follow up and watch your database grow. People want to refer you, but they need a reminder. By making these check-ins habitual, you stay top of mind when those real estate conversations naturally come up. And what do you say on a call without sounding salesy? It's a question I always get. You start by leading with value. You want to check in and see how you're doing. Also, a lot of clients are asking me about interest rates this week, so I thought I'd see if you had any questions at all. But you have to be truly interested, conversational, and not pitchy at all. Another question I get is how often should I call people in my network? That depends on the relationship. Your A list, your top clients should get 9 to 12 touch points a year. Your B list might be 5 to 8, but rotate through your database monthly or quarterly, depending on size. What if I don't like making calls? I will give you a secret and a peace of mind. A lot of people don't like making calls, but it's common. Start small. One call a day beats zero. And remember, the call isn't about selling, it's about connecting. That reframe will change everything and should give you the attitude to move forward, knowing that you are truly there to help them out. The next step is this handwritten notes and strategic pop buys. Agents right now rely too heavily on digital noise, emails, texts, social media blasts to get lost in the scroll. They forget the power of a personal, tangible touch. Worse, many don't follow up after the transaction at all. No notes, no check-ins, no presence. Clients feel forgotten, and you lose out on 5+ referrals every single year per client. The referral flywheel fix will definitely change that. Handwritten notes and strategic pop buys create emotional hooks and memorable experiences. A quick thank you card, a handwritten holiday note, or a thoughtful doorstep gift during key moments all show clients that you really care long after the deal is done, long after the commission has been spent. When people feel appreciated, they remember you. And when they remember you, they will refer you. Write at least 5 notes per week, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary, some sort of life update, a follow-up from the phone call. Keep a stash of cards ready. And deliver pop buys with purpose. Drop off small seasonal gifts, pumpkin pie kits, local honey, cookies with a friendly note. No pitch, just a presence. Attach your business card to it so they know who gave it to them, and then keep it moving. And then create a calendar of touch points. So this has to be strategic and planned out. Align your notes and your pop buys with client milestones, holidays, home sale anniversaries, or local events. Tie each pop buy to a follow-up call, so it's all a system that goes together. Just wanted to make sure you got the gift that I dropped off when I was in your neighborhood. Also, by the way, I hope things are going great on your end. And if you know anybody who may be wanting to make a move, we'd love the opportunity to serve them. The handwritten notes and strategic pop buys are a game changer. Physical touch points cut through the noise. They're rare in today's digital world, which is exactly why they work. A $2 card can create $10,000 plus in commissions. A lot of questions that come up are, is it time consuming? When should I do this? It is not very time consuming, not when you batch it. Write your notes early in the morning. Schedule pop buys 1 weekend a month. This becomes a rhythm and not a chore. Another question I get is, what do I give for a pop buy gift? Keep it small, local, and thoughtful. A coffee shop gift card, baked goods, something seasonal like windshield washer fluid, grilling tongs. It's the thought. It's not the price that counts at all. People will be very appreciative that you even thought to stop by and give them a gift. Another question I get is, what if they're not home? That's actually perfect. Pop-bys don't require a conversation. Leave it at the door with a little note and your business card, and then take a picture of it and send it to your client. Hey, I was just in the neighborhood, got something for you, dropped it off while you weren't home. Hope all is well. They will respond in such a positive way. The other step is hosting client events that spark referrals. As we've mentioned, most agents disappear after the deal closes. Maybe they'll send a holiday email or post a closing photo, but that's it. There's no community, no connection that's ongoing, no celebration. So every happy client will slowly drift away. And when their friends say, hey, you know a good realtor? Your name doesn't come up. The referral flywheel will fix that. Client events create a powerful excuse to reconnect, bring your network together, and stay top of mind, all while creating social proof that fuels referrals. These aren't sales pitches in disguise at all. They're celebrations that make your clients feel like VIPs. Host a minimum of 2 to 4 events per year, and you can start small. A client appreciation barbecue, an outdoor movie night, a pumpkin patch, photos with Santa, apple picking. There are so many events that are low cost, great reasons to call that generate an endless repeat business. You use the events as a reason to call. Hey, we're putting on a family photo day next month. Just wanted you to come by, say hi. We'll get the photos over to you. Nothing about real estate, everything about relationships. They're eventually going to ask how the real estate market is doing, and that's your opportunity to see if there's any interest for them or someone they know to send over a referral. And then you capture and share the moments. You post the photos, you tag the guests, and you use those moments as future marketing content, and then they're going to remember it. It's going to appear on their feed. Their friends will see it, and they'll want to know how they can be a part of these amazing events. And then you ask for the referrals when it's appropriate. After the event, follow up personally. Handwritten note. Thank you so much for coming to our event. By the way, don't keep me a secret. If you know anybody who would like to buy or sell, we'd love the opportunity to serve them. Client events are not about volume. They're about visibility. They give you a reason to reach out, reconnect, and remind people why they love working with you. Question I get is, what if I've never hosted an event before? Start simple, start small. Partner with a few local vendors, your lender, your title company. Brainstorm, have a strategy session to see what kind of events. Write it out, plan it out, and it will go off as smoothly as possible. It's not about production value. It's about connection. What if nobody shows up is another question I get all the time. Even if only a few people come through, that's a few new deepened relationship. And the invite alone gives you a reason to call your entire database. And that's the most important and powerful part. One of the most common questions I get is, I'm just starting out. How can I afford this? Budget a few $100s to start, but then partner with some sponsors. Get a lender, a title company, or a local business to offset costs. The return on investment from one referral will cover it all. When you stack these 3 steps, calls, notes, and pop buys and client events, you're not just staying in touch. You're engineering a system that turns every client into a promoter, every connection into a pipeline, and every conversation into a future business opportunity. This is the referral flywheel in action. And the best part, it never stops working as long as you keep spinning. You could try to do this alone, build your own version of the flywheel from scratch, but here's what that actually looks like. You'll spend weeks trying to organize your database, unsure who to call or when. You'll write a few awkward check-in texts that get ignored and eventually fall back into cold leads and open house burnout. You'll waste time guessing on what to say on calls, overthinking every conversation, and second guessing yourself when no referrals have come through. You'll buy branded note cards that collect dust, and you'll feel cheesy about drop-offs and convince yourself this probably won't work for me anyway. Then you'll try to host an event, but no one RSVPs, and you're left frustrated and embarrassed, wondered why you even bothered. You'll question your value. your strategy, and even your future in real estate, all while other agents with half your experience seem to get referrals on repeat. And worst of all, you're burnt out chasing the wrong things while the real opportunities, relationships, sit untapped in your phone. Now imagine the smarter way. You plug directly into a proven system, the exact one I used to build a $25 million a year plus real estate business without ads, cold leads, or constant grind. Instead of guessing who to call, you follow a call rhythm tailored to your best referral sources. You know exactly what to say, how to say it, and when to follow up. Your notes and pop buys aren't random. They're mapped out with precision and executed with ease. You feel proud sending them because you know they've deepened trust. When it's time for client events, you're not scrambling. You're following a simple blueprint that make guests feel like they're VIPs and they bring in referrals organically. You're not operating on hope anymore. You're operating on systems. And because of that, your calendar is filled with high trust, ready to move clients who already want to work with you. This is what happens when you implement with elite agent methods. Never worry about where your next deal is going to come from. Your database becomes your number one lead source, delivering warm, ready to act clients on repeat. You reclaim your evenings, weekends, and sanity. No more burnouts from chasing leads that ghost you. You work with people who respect your time and your value. You create consistent income without selling your soul. You finally step off the roller coaster and build a stable, predictable business that supports your life, not consumes it. You feel like a trusted advisor, not just another agent, because you truly are their trusted advisor. Clients lean on you for everything, not just transactions, because they trust you. This level of respect compounds into bigger deals and better referrals. You have financial growth, scalability, and authority. You raise your average sale price and close higher quality deals. Referrals tend to be higher trust, lower drama, and more financially qualified. That means bigger checks and smoother closings. You grow your brand without becoming a social media slave. There's no dancing, no cold DMs, just smart conversations and real relationships that grow your authority organically. Scale a referral machine that you can delegate. Your system won't rely solely on you because once the flywheel is built, your team can help run it, freeing you to focus on vision. You will become the agent that everybody refers. In your market, your name will become synonymous with trust. You don't chase deals, they come to you. Introducing Elite Agent Methods. It's the proven system to build a $25 million or more a year referral machine without cold leads. Elite Agent Methods is a step-by-step mentorship and implementation program designed specifically for real estate agents doing around 3 to 8 million in volume who are ready to scale with systems, not stress. You'll install the referral flywheel inside your business, calls, notes, pop-bys, and events, so your network generates consistent, high-trust referrals on autopilot. It's built by an agent for agents who are done playing small. So what's inside? The flywheel blueprint. Step-by-step breakdown of the entire system so you know exactly what to do, when, and how. There's weekly coaching and accountability with Andre. Get direct guidance, support, and high-level strategy to ensure implementation, not just information. Done for you templates, scripts, and swipe files. From call scripts to note prompts to event invites, no more staring at a blank page and figuring out what to do. Database segmentation framework. We will help you turn your chaotic contact list into a gold mine of referral-ready connections by sorting it with you and teaching you how to constantly cultivate and grow it. Client event plug-and-play plan. You'll never wonder what to host, how to fill it, or what to say, or even how to get it paid for. It's all mapped out. Elite Agent Methods is not a mass market service. This is an intimate, high-touch container for serious agents ready to build a $20 million a year business the smart way. We cap enrollment to make sure every agent gets personal support. If you're just dabbling or still chasing cold leads hoping for a miracle, this is not for you. But if you're committed, coachable, and ready to become the go-to agent in your market, we'll show you exactly how. Spots are limited, and we do not run this program year-round. So if you're tired of grinding for cold leads, if you want real structure, real results and a real systems that work, this is your next step. Schedule a call. We'll walk you through the details and see if you're a good fit. And if so, we'll help you hit the ground running. But don't wait, because spots are limited, and once they're full, doors will close. Elite Agent Methods only opens a few times per year. This is your window now. And we have a no-risk referral guarantee. If you show up and do the work and don't generate at least 3 high-quality referrals in 90 days, we'll work with you one-on-one until you do. A lot of common questions that come up are, what if I'm not tech savvy or I hate social media? That's perfect. This system relies on real conversations. You don't have to be tech savvy. It's not a complicated tech or algorithm secret system. Another question I get is, well, I'm really busy. Will I have time for this? This system is designed to save you time by focusing on what actually drives revenue. 5 to 7 hours a week is all you need, maybe less, and this will give you an excellent return on your investment. Do I need a big database is a very common question, and the answer is no. Even a small network will become super powerful with the right touch points and consistency, and then we'll show you how to grow that database. What if I've tried other coaching programs before? Another very common question. This isn't theory, this is implementation. We don't teach you, we build it with you, and we are still out in the field producing, so we know how the real estate market is in real time. Schedule a call below. We'll see you on the inside.